guys, it's Bailey, and today we are going to be making a little spooky toy to get into the video. Well, it's kind of like a treat toy, but anyways, it's pretty great. So let's get right into it. The materials you're going to need for this DIY are peanut butter, some sort of seed, cardboard that you don't mind cutting up, string and your choice of color, and a bowl or plate. First, you are going to need your cardboard. So you are going to need to take your cardboard and get the flap, the corner of the flap, and then you are going to take your scissors and cut along, and if you get bored of that, you can just go ahead and rip your box and just keep ripping it until you have just one flat sheet that looks something like this. Next, you're just going to take your box again, well, your ripped up box, and just cut up all the excess that you need to, just so you have one rectangular piece. Now, this cutting job does not have to be perfect, but just so you have enough room to draw the ghost of the size you want. Take your little sheet and go ahead and draw out a little ghost, whatever size makes you happy. And it does not have to be perfect because you're going to cut it out anyways, and you can cut it out however you want, but this is just so you get an idea how to cut it out. Okay, so this is what my little ghost guy came out to look like. He's pretty cute, and I'm happy with how he looks, so I'm ready to go on to the next. Now you're going to take your ghost and your peanut butter and then put something under you if you're afraid of getting a mess. But this has seeds in it. You're going to need that for another part of the video. So you're just going to take your peanut butter and just scoop it out. And make sure your peanut butter is unsalted, and it's best to have it smooth, and then you're just going to take a small amount, got some peanut butter in, and just spread it all over the ghost, and do that for the whole ghost. Next, you're going to put a bunch of seeds in your bowl or plate, and I already did that, and I have peanut butter all over it. I'm smearing all over my ghost, so that's what it should look like. And then what you're going to do next is just plop it in, and then bury it with the seeds. And just get it all over, make sure he's completely covered. And this is the only seed mix I have. You don't have to use this one. I probably suggest using one less chunky. But this is all I had, so this is what I had to use. I mean, you could use millet, but I didn't want to use my turn to go and get it all crushed up. But this works perfectly fine. And then You most likely you won't be able to fill the whole thing with seeds. And I just want to brace you, there will be a mess. So do it in a place that you're not too scared of a mess. And then just put it all over the place. Kind of new thing too. It's like a little cookie for the bird. Peanut butter and seeds. And it's everywhere. But, so after it's covered with seeds, it should look something like this. So let's get on to the next step. The next step, you're going to take your ghost again. And it's most likely going to be hard to put a string through it with all the seeds and the peanut butter. So what I'm just going to do is tie it under his kind of armpits. So I'm going to take my string and just cut a pretty good amount. You always want a little extra to tie it. And then I'm just going to take my ghost and put it under him and then wrap it around like this. So it should look like that. And then I'm going to take him and lie him down and then just tie a little knot or bow or whatever you think is going to stay. So I'm just going to tie a knot to make sure that it will stay. And it's best to tie it here because if it goes up a little bit, the arms will be there. So then you're just going to keep tying. You want to make sure that this is really tight. And so I think mine is tight enough. So it should look something like this. You're just gonna put it on a plate and put it in the freezer. And I would recommend actually tying the string on after so the peanut butter hardens a little bit. So you don't get as peanut buttery. And you're just gonna let that sit in there for about 20 minutes. It's a great opportunity to either play with your pet in the space you were just working on. And then you can just hang it up and you're all good.